Do you sometimes get all tied up in everything else except what is most important to you? Your days just get eaten up by other people's priorities. Well, stick with me because we're going to continue our conversation around finishing strong in 2022 and getting ready for an amazing 2023. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, emotional intelligence master coach trainer and sustainable performance coach. And today I want to give you our last session for the year by helping you to refocus on what matters most. So last week we started a conversation around getting ourselves ready to move into a bigger and brighter 2023. We looked at what we had done in the year and we celebrated the progress that we'd made rather than looking at it from I didn't get this done and I'm a failure perspective, which some of us might have been doing before. So we collected some data and we are ready now to put that data through some process to finish strong and get ready for next year. So what I like to do, and I do this during every week, right? It's really important to do it at the end of the year, ready for the new year, is to have a look at the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm changing, where I'm growing, what I'm expending my energy in, and then filtering that and make sure that I'm actually putting in the effort and the energy that I need to in the areas that matter most. I started this week's episode by saying, are you someone who just, the whole world seems to just throw their priorities at you and it then, distracts you from what your true purpose is? Also, we've got those internal dialogues going on and that mini me, that performance trap, getting approval from others, all those things, gearing us towards looking at what others want as well. But not you and I. We're at a point now where we've been working together on this and we know, no, we need to look after ourselves. You need to look after yourself so that you can become who you need to be to support all those other people. So what's important to you needs to be the number one priority. And indeed, I'll be stronger in that and say you need to be your number one priority so that you can prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, so that you can help all those other people. All right, so let's get into it. What we're going to do today is take a look and refocus on what's important, what matters the most to you. So before we do this, if you haven't already, you've got to be able to have put in the work to know what's most important to you. Sometimes because of life, those dreams, those goals, those values, what's important to you have been obscured, and it's like looking at them through a smoke haze and you can't see them because everything else is distracting you from them. So step one is to make sure that you are clear on those things. So if you're not, stop the video right now, go sit down, reflect, go, hey, what's most important to me? Who is most important to me? If the world looked like I wanted it to look, if everything went the way I wanted it to go, and I was able to invest my time and energy with the people that I love the most, the people that mean the most to me, not the people that I'm trying to impress or I'm getting an external expectation from, which is leading me down the path of unhealthy behavior, but the real people, the real things that are important to me, what would they be? So get them on a list and then come back. So you're either continuing on with me or you've come back after writing that list. So now it's a matter of refocusing. So when we go out of focus, right? So if I, move around here, the focus changes. And I'm, seeing a different picture. So when we go out of focus on the things that are important, they're blurry and the other things are more noticeable. So what we're doing here is shifting the lens that we're looking through so that everything that we could do is based on those priorities. So by reminding ourselves what those priorities are, what's most important to us, when we go through and look at what we could do in 2023, we can use that filter that I gave you last week of for what purpose and at what cost, and go, okay, for what purpose would I do this? And if the purpose is going to support and help one of those things that are most important to you, then it gets to move forward into the next part of the equation. When there's things that we could do, we can ask ourselves a question, at what cost? And if that is at a cost to the things that are most important, then it stops that immediate saying yes, and we think about it and go, okay, I need to look at this. I need to get some more information. I need to set some boundaries around this, whatever it is, so that we are then more focused on the things that matter the most. So it sounds like a simple process. And in theory, it is. However, I understand all too well, because I'm a human being just like you. I'm on a journey of imperfection. I'm never going to be perfect at these things. They're a work in progress every single day. And I know that that inner voice, that unhealthy dialogue can pop up at any time. And when you're going through that process, there can be some thoughts of, well, what about that? And what about that person? What if you do that? And it can actually use the positive for what purpose, at what cost against you. And go, okay, if you to do that, then what's he going to think? How's it going to affect your boss at work? Whatever it is. So be mindful that that's going to pop up. Be mindful that there are false prophets out there that are going to speak these things into your life, and be very discerning around what you let go in. So refocus on what's important to you. Get that sense of fulfillment and purpose back. Build yourself up. Finish strong in 2022 so that as we move forward and we celebrate whatever it is that we celebrate, whether we wear silly hats like me or we do other things, we're ready to go into the next year. Fired up, excited. We've celebrated our progress. We've reflected. We've learnt. We've realigned, refocused. How could we not have an amazing 2023? Well, that's it from me for another year. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for following me on this journey. Whether you've been with me all year or you just started last week, you are extremely valuable and important to me. And I love the opportunity that you give me to speak into your life. 2023 can be your best ever year. It's a decision. It's a shift in mindset and a shift in behaviors. And I want to continue as we go into a new year to be a part of your team, to give you the support and accountability that you need so that you can become who it is that you need to become. Have an amazing Christmas and New Year. And I look forward to seeing you in 2023. I'll see you then.